Hello, my name is Brian Hsiang. I am a first generation American. My parents were both immigrants to the United States of America. My mom and her family came through mainland China. My dad's side of the family came to the United States of America from mainland China to through Taiwan to the United States of America. I was born here in New Jersey and I've lived up in Vermont. Oh gosh, now for about 27 years, and in Chittenden County for the past 17 years. I think what I have really appreciated about being Asian American in Vermont is seeing the growth of community over the past, I would say here, like the past, or in my own personal life in the past like 12 years. When I first moved to Chittenden County, we were really excited because there was Asian culture and Asian food and Asian grocery stores. At that point in time, there were only two grocery stores that were Asian markets in the old north end of Burlington. And since then, they've kind of blossomed up all over. There's multiple ones here in Essex. There are bunches in Winooski and in Burlington and South Burlington. It's nice to have a variety, different places you can go, finding the different needs that you might have. So alongside that blossoming of resources like food, I've also found that the community has really grown, and it's been nice to have a community to draw strength from, to go to when you're looking for a place to resist from. Just this past winter, I shared some space with a bunch of other Chinese Americans here at the house. We did a hot pot, and it was really lovely because it was spurred on by a conversation I had with a young person who was an adoptee, and they said that they were missing a community or missing some aspect or access to Chinese culture, and they asked me what books should they be reading, what movies or articles or authors should they read? And I said, I didn't really know about that, what I would say. I told them some of the, the content that I really appreciate, but I said, I think where I would start would just be like sharing space, sharing meals, sharing time and experience with her. So we had a great, this great hot pot, which is this traditional Asian meal where you have a bowl of boiling broth with spices and herbs in the middle of the table, and you have a variety of sliced raw meats and vegetables, and you make up a sauce, and you kind of slowly cook your own meal, and it takes a long time, and it brings warmth not just through the steam and the hot broth and the warm food, but also being together on a colder, windier, darker night. And it was really just a highlight of my winter. And I thought back about how 12, 15 years ago, it would have been hard to find those people if I wasn't related to them. So to have a group of folks that were there and some who were meeting each other for the first time was just a really amazing and kind of warming event in my household. If I think about the things besides food that bring real like optimism and joy to my life, I would say it's the relationships and the friendships I've built. Coming out of multiple years ago, a tragic event in Atlanta where women were murdered, Asian women were murdered. It spurred a bunch of us to get together and start some activism in a group together, which we called APITA for Black Lives here in Vermont. APITA standing for Asian Pacific Islander and Desi Americans. And one common theme as we started discussing what we wanted to say in that moment was this feeling that that Asian Americans in this conversation and dialogue in the United States of America around identity, around race, around culture and ethnicity, that we felt at times we were an invisible community. And I've seen that begin to change greatly, particularly because of some of the youth and in the ways that they have stepped forward and made sure that they are seen and heard. Like feeling that we were able to express ourselves, to leverage ourselves as a community, to say we are not invisible, that we are here, we have been here for generations, and we are ready to take space and be recognized, which I really greatly appreciate for this video and for this work that the Human Rights Commission is doing, to be able to recognize during Asian American Pacific Islander Desi Heritage Month that we are here in Vermont, that we have a presence, that we are seen, that we are heard, that we're doing amazing things, that this is a community. And that's something that I have really appreciated seeing grow up around me and within me in the past decade or so here in the state of Vermont. watching the state change, watching the face of the state change, seeing so many um, families that have come to Chittenden County maybe as immigrants or as folks that were moving up to the state of Vermont and finding their ways here, building restaurants, building shops, building leadership within the community. It's been really a wonderful thing to be a part of and to watch it happen here in my own home state of Vermont. Um, if I think also about like watching my own kids and my own family, seeing my elders in my family, my uncles, my parents, and seeing what they went, their experiences as immigrants in the United States of America, and then watching my own children, nieces, and nephews, and seeing their experiences, how different they were from my own. It's really been an amazing process to watch the different ways it portrays itself to be Asian in the United States of America, from an immigrant to a native-born community member, American, and to watch my own children grow up in the state of Vermont and see the things that they love about being Asians in the state of Vermont and the things that they struggle with as well. And also to see that where they have found their own community and their own places to draw strength and resistance from as well.